Hey guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Pisces for November 2021. Keep in mind that this is general, so take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, and go about your day, my friends, and know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take in this world, and how you integrate this message, and how you go after the things that you want in this life, my friends. That's a power that only you have. It lies at the tips of your fingers, the soles of your feet, so use it wisely, my friends. As well as for all my subscribers, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like it resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. Before I get into the cards as well, I do just want to take a moment. We're going to call in Spirit. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good for the entire collective. I invite them to join us now to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it to use me as a clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the farthest reaching of you guys, but only for the top-notch messages, only the highest good, no second rate. Spirit, right away, I've been hearing like discerning, okay? For some of you, it's going to be really important to be discerning. And while I was shuffling, I heard self-love is key right now. So I think this is also being discerning with our energies, discerning with our time, discerning with the people whose advice we're taking and advice we're listening to, who we're spending our time with. There's a lot of importance there right now. So I'm going to start off with the Keepers of the Light Oracle, and this is a little spiritual advice we get. So I want to show you what fell out. First is White Eagle with your ancestor spirit, and it says, connect with your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. We also have Kali Ma with it's time to face fears, my friends. This is a really powerful energy. What I heard is destructive as well. I am filming on November 19th. We're right about the time of a full moon, and there is an eclipse. So I think it's really important now. We're being shown what no longer fits. We're being shown the changes that we need to make, and we're being shown that fear for a reason. It's up to us to conquer it and move on. So spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your time to soar. But if we're afraid and we don't start, we're never going to see how great that we can be. So there's two cards, other cards that came here. I heard this is really, really an ethereal too, like in the ethereal realm. You have a lot of, I heard, support from spirit. So with Holy Amethyst and Divine Alchemy, it says move beyond your current challenges. Focus on what you desire, not what we're lacking, not what we have, what we don't have, but focus on what would you like to see, and one step at a time, how can we make those things happen in our world? You also have here Saint Germain with Karma Releasing. It says move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. Whatever is happening right now for some of you, if this is a family thing with these two that fell out together, and then Saint Germain and the Holy Amethyst, the purple, they fell out together. I feel like with this too, it may be really scary to confront this, is what I heard, to actually have to talk about these kinds of issues, especially if it's within family. But when we finally break those chains and we stop the silence and we open up and we have those discussions, it can be really life-changing. One thing I heard is that you're an adult. Okay, now if you're not an adult, you are a discerning individual and you can understand your own needs. I heard your rights as well. So there could be a lot of different messages here for how this is going to resonate. I think only you'll know, okay? But know that you have every right to stand up for yourself. You have every right to speak your truth. And if something is hurting your soul, speak up about that as well. There may be people around you, what I heard, drama causers, especially where is it? This one, Saint Germain, of stepping away from drama. For some of you, this could be within your family, and it's not always nice when we have to acknowledge that, but if we do see where this is coming from, use that knowledge as power, my friends, and also know that you don't have to, I heard, spend time with these people, or you can set boundaries for how much time you actually would like to be around these people. There's a lot of changes that are going to come, and I think that if that part's resonated, we're needing to set boundaries and energetic boundaries for some of us in this. This is important too. And one thing I'm hearing with this facing our fears, especially if it has to do with, I heard, a karmic partner, or like our family, their karmic relations. We've made soul contracts with these people and agreements with these people, and I guarantee you, my friends, that we've lived many past lives with these people, just in different arrangements in our world, and they have signed up just as we have to help learn lessons and help this, I want to say, humanity rise and evolve. Not everybody that we come in contact with has that mission. There's going to be some people who are going to rise up above challenges and are going to meet you, head on, is what I heard, and say, you know what, yeah, let's change this, let's face this fear. And there's going to be other people who, I heard, diminish your energy, put you down, or make light of a situation, make it feel like you don't have a right to speak up. And I think it's really important with this, especially if this facing fear, there's a lot of abandonment issues, I heard, in terms of this. So this could be, well, if I say something, then they're not going to talk to me. But there's this, what I heard also, is there's a toxic love here. There's some sort of toxic energy where if we're feeling that idea of like abandonment, worrying, being afraid of speaking up for ourselves in case this group of people, this person steps away from our energy, we're not being wholly sovereign in our energy. We're allowing their energy to bleed through, and what it's going to do is cause havoc in our life and give us a lot of anxiety, because now, as maybe it's to go into a workplace, maybe it's to go into a family affair, if we are feeling anxiety to go in and do these kinds of things, really ask yourself why. And again, what I heard is there a person or an individual, or what is going on, what is the drama surrounding this that's causing you the anxiety, and how can you put your boundaries up and move forward? Again, but I want to say buddy here, okay? But whatever's going on, again, if there's family wounds and healings, if your words or your cares or your thoughts are put down, walk your ass away, my friends. Don't engage in it anymore. You don't need to allow the vampirism as well and the power-sucking dynamics. So you may be even dealing with someone who has to have control. They feel like they need to have control in everything they do, and this somehow includes your life. Well, that's not the case. So there's a lot being released here. It's going to take you kind of seeing these challenges for what they are, seeing these situations for what they are, and rising up, my friends. So the bottom of the deck is Horus with Cosmic Gateway. Now, it is important. We've just kind of come through the 11/11 portal, but also coming up, we have, like I said earlier, there's a full moon and there's a partial lunar eclipse. There's a lot happening. So this is a place where keep our thoughts pure, our intentions pure, because your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are happening. However, if we're repelling our healing, if we're repelling that change, we're not allowing these changes to happen. We're not allowing this stuff to happen. So some of you, what I heard is you may actually want to call in Horus, ask him to help guide you through these changes, but to keep your mental space clear, as well as I heard clear from any distractions, or if there's kind of toxic or negative thoughts or something that you feel is impure to you. One thing you can do is ask Spirit to help protect you from this. Ask Archangel Michael to come in, because Archangel Michael will come whenever you ask to help you out with that sword, because remember, you are safe, you are protected, and you are absolutely loved and adored in this world. And those people who don't see your light, or maybe you shine too brightly and they don't have shades big enough to block it, so they're just like, oh my God, I can't deal with this, see things for what they are, man. See things for what they are, and see people for who they are. Underneath that was Almoira. I did also see the top of Lady Portia, which is Saint Germain's counterpart. So Almoira is an awakening presence, which talks about the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of wisdom and love, or protection and love. Divine intervention, that or the divine director. Divine intervention, Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose, and do what you feel is right, because there's an important lesson happening here. For some of you, I heard, like, if you've been stuck in the same old cycles and you're absolutely sick of this shit, it's up to you to face those fears and change it, because what was it that's been stopping us this whole time? If we've wanted to make the changes but we haven't, what was it? If it's about being alone, or fear of being alone, or fear of being rejected, There's something within us that we need to heal so that we're not allowing someone else to have that much control or power over our hearts. So I have a little tarot wisdom here, some cards that flew out. This is from the Heaven and Earth Tarot, and I just want to show you guys because this is absolutely beautiful. It's stepping out on that fool's journey. And every time I see this, I always think of that song. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like my knapsack on my back. There's something about going out, setting out with my knapsack on my back. So for some of you as well, as I heard, is maybe you're walking away from a situation where that's maybe what you have. Is your knapsack on your back? But freedom doesn't start out grandiose. Sometimes it's more about what I heard is the will and expression, the ability and the choice to keep pushing forward and free yourself from shackles or chains, whatever's binding you. So, a few different things we have here. We have the 7, I think it's 8. 8 of Pentacles. Putting the work in, my friends. This could also be a work situation, like I said. You have the 3 of Swords. Sorrow, just feeling really, really bad. We have here blended pleasure with the 4 of Cups. And I think that this is, again, this looking at the glass half empty or not looking at what's right in front of us. Because his eyes are closed. None of these cups, none of them are spilled over. They're all in the upright. But he's feeling, what I heard is this boredom and discontentment. They're showing me the card as well in the Psychic Tarot or Tarot Oracle, oh my gosh, by John Holland, where there's so much. There's rainbows there, but he's just looking off into another place, even though there's beauty around him. So I do feel like as well, some of us may be, what I heard is once bitten, twice shy. We're a little bit afraid to set our heart out there because of hurt situations from the past. Or again, we're just not opening ourselves up right now to love. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which if you allow it, major spiritual changes are happening. We have to take the bull by the horns. Grab life by the balls is what I heard, okay? And make the most of this time that we have on Earth. They're also showing me the Sphinx holding on to the sword. I'm hearing, it's not here, but I'm hearing Chariot of Fire. And there is a bull here. Does he have wings? He does. A bull with wings. I'm not sure what that's called. If you know, let me know. But I also heard something about a scepter. You are protected. No matter how this world, like I think there's Thoth here. Maybe I'm wrong, but no matter how this turns, no matter how the chances go this time, what I heard is if you put the work in, and you're going to be the winner. Now, this doesn't mean the lottery or money or financial gains or anything like that, but spiritually, you're going to win in this situation. So you have material success with the 6 of Coins and bringing balance and stability back into a situation. And you have here the 5 of Swords with defeat. And I think it's important here because yes, it's defeat, but it's not his defeat. It's theirs. They've laid down their swords and he's walking away with more than he can carry. So I definitely feel like for some of you, you may even feel like really defeated at times because you don't feel like no matter how much work you put into the situation, no matter how much you try to correct yourself for the situation, nothing ever changes. But here's where it really is going to change. There's going to be a change that brings things back into balance. But maybe this about 5 of Swords, it's not about defeat. It's about defeating your own inner conflict and your own self-conflict. It's about defeating these things that tell us that we're not worthy or good enough for love. And it's about going, you know what? Maybe in the past, I experienced some bad relationships. Maybe in the past, I was in some, pretty heavy trauma bonding, okay? That doesn't mean that we have to continue those cycles. It means that we learn from them. And what was it that got us into those situations? What was it that kept us there? For some of us, I heard we're scared. But I think that that's exactly what it takes to move forward, because what I heard with this 6 of Pentacles and tipping these scales of balance. It's like, well, in one hand, we may be afraid to make a change. But on the other hand, if we're absolutely done being here, we have to do something. You've got to pull that pin, my friend, and make a change. So, not a real grenade, nobody can do that. But it's just like, it's something that where I mean is pull this grenade, is that do something that can be unreversed. Make a change. So Spirit, can you give me some advice moving forward? Thank you. So you have here, this is the Earth Magic Oracle. You have reverse. Oh my gosh, reverse. Rebirth. For some of you, reverse. I said we're not going back. But for some of you, you may want to go back in reverse. For some of you with the Six of Pentacles being here, it's not the Six of Cups about reunion, but it may be that, you know, if we could turn back time and change everything, what was it that you could do? Some of you may be kind of living in that. But I feel like this is your time to reevaluate how you feel about your life, reevaluate what you want to do with yourself, and come to the world brand new. Some of you, this is by spring. You're always going to be you. You're always going to hold your essence. New experiences. I heard some of you may be worried about trauma as well with the new experiences, but if we're moving forward with that mentality, we're still living in the past, and we don't want to put the reverse on. We want to slam the brakes and fucking shift it into gear and go forward, okay? Because while it is really important for us sometimes to take those little trips down memory lane or do a little time travel to see, you know, especially when we've been going through something, sometimes I heard PTSD for some of us as well. We're going to have these flashbacks. It's important to stay above ground is what I heard. It's important to stay above the issue, and rather than allowing this situation to happen all over again and feel it all over again, try and just see the message, see the lesson that's still being taught to you from this. You have Dragonfly with Emergence, because once you can work through these fears, there's no stopping you. What I heard is hell has no fury, right? Like, you have rain and purification, new moon promise, rainbow here, and new dawn, my friends. Something great and, like this said, life-changing is on the horizon. It's just going to be up to you on whether or not you face these fears, because as well as what I heard with this ancestor spirit, if for some of us it really is kind of having to have discussions that are difficult to have, it's knowing that these discussions, that water is going to help purify. It's going to help take away the Three of Swords here energy. And I think why you see this is because this Three of Swords energy, it's in our mind. There could be something I heard as well that is plaguing you, that's really hurt your heart. And like I said earlier, kind of made you feel defeated to a point where it doesn't matter who's showing up. If they're not the right one, then you don't want it. But I think that is, again, holding ourselves to, yes, this one person or this one job or this one idea or this one situation was really, really great. But it doesn't mean that the new couldn't be any better. So that's the message that I have for you. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to work on you. Self-love and self-care is super important right now. One thing I'm hearing is to share with you guys a little bit. I've been on a fitness journey for the past 6 months, and it is very rewarding, very helpful for your own mental health and stability. Your calmness is what I heard as well, but just overall feeling strong. So for some of you guys, if you are really facing a lot of fear and facing a lot of anxiety, get your body moving in a way that you want it to. This isn't about slugging away at work or, having the things that we have to do in a day-to-day. This is about choosing to allow your body to gain strength. So it doesn't have to be, I heard even, it doesn't have to be just weightlifting and things like that. This could be going out for a walk. This could be dancing, but something that gets your heart rate up and something that's going to make you feel powerful. So I hope that that you do feel powerful. I hope that whatever's coming, the energy that's coming to you, you allow this to really help. What I heard is change you and to emerge from these changes in a brand new way. So that's the message I have. I really hope it resonates. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later, Pisces. Bye, guys.